there's a lot of aspects to our history. Some are darker than others. When the police would come looking for their property, Donaldina would have them go in here, hide in the tunnels, and just wait for however long it took for them to leave. Sometimes hours.
For context in the video, what was the property?
The property would be the young Asian Chinese females that were sold into sexual slavery. My name is Scott Lon. I'm the CEO here at Donaldina Cameron House. We were founded 150 years ago in 1874. Cameron House originally began as a mission home, and so the purpose of this mission home was to rescue young Asian women from sexual slavery. And so this was kind of the main purpose of this home for many years, up until around the 1930s. Since then, over the course of the past 80 to 90 years, we have evolved, obviously, to meet the needs of the low-income families here in San Francisco Chinatown. And so currently our programs involve, we have counseling services, social services for our youth and families, and then we also have a bilingual after-school program. What I have seen is unlike any community that I have ever been a part of. We still have alumni of Cameron House that went through our programs back in the 40s and 50s and 60s that come back to us now. They will come and volunteer at our events. They donate to us still, 70, 80 years later. And they're actively engaged in this community because to them, this is more than just a building. This was their home. This was that third space for them where they could come, feel welcomed, feel loved. And back in those days, back in the 50s and 60s, Chinatown was a completely different place. It was dangerous to cross Columbus and go into North Beach because Chinese weren't welcome there. And so, I can only imagine living back then, having a space like this here at Cameron House for them to gather, to feel a sense of community and belonging. That really then became a part of their identity, right? And so I think that's why many members of that community continue to come back, give their time, their energy, their money to continue to support the work of Cameron House and what we do here. Because it is important. It is important work, and I think we're one of few organizations that continue to serve both youth and the seniors and families of SF Chinatown. So we have big plans here at Cameron House to do a lot of new creative, innovative things. I think one of them, which I think is what you're speaking to, is our new makerspace. And so this makerspace, it actually just finished construction last week. Now the next step is to go out and actually outfit it with all of the equipment and materials and supplies that we'll need so that the youth can actually engage, right? And so a large part of creating the first makerspace here in SF Chinatown is that we really want our kids to be hands-on, right? The skills of the future in science, technology, engineering, math, that requires kids to take a much more holistic project-based approach to learning. And that's what the makerspace is all about. It's about getting in there, working with a 3D printer or a CAD machine or whatever it is, and really having them engage with these tools, with this machinery, so that they can learn and be engaged without just sitting and having somebody talk at them. Have kids go and do something, right? Learn, talk with their peers, engage with what's in front of them, and have them discover and learn on their own, with a teacher on the side as a mentor and a guide as opposed to somebody preaching at them. I think it's incredibly important and vital that the next generation gets involved, because you all are the leaders, right, that are going to be taking this to the next level in the future. And so we need more millennials, Gen Zs getting involved here, not just in SF Chinatown, not just here in the Bay, but nationally. And I think there are a lot of ways to get involved. Come to Cameron House. We have volunteer opportunities. We just launched our new Next Gen initiative, which is directly targeted at Gen Z and millennials to help them understand the nuances of some of the challenges that we're facing now, because they're different than the challenges we faced, back in the 60s and 70s. And what can they do to get involved to help address some of these challenges? And so there's a lot of good work happening. There's a lot of amazing organizations doing this work. But I would encourage folks to, even if it's small, even if it's volunteering after school for a couple of days a week with our youth, whether that's going to an event that Asians Are Strong is hosting, to help out seniors in the community. Just get involved, learn more, network with some of the other people doing this work, and I guarantee you will want to do more. And that's what we need. We want to, and we need to engage the younger generations to step up, because we need new, creative, innovative ideas, and we need the younger generations to lead those efforts.